This professional 155 boxing guy is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds of Korea's Curtis Thrasher. In the cage, it is a heavyweight elimination MMA battle between the fighters. First, fighting out of the dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, a member of the Army National Guard, please make welcome Brady Adams. A member of the United States Army, please make welcome Mason Sawyer. This elimination heavyweight MMA battle is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Referees Oscar Martinez.
And my apologies to Mr. Bryan Daye. I called him Mr. Dave, but it's D-A-Y-E. So Bryan Daye wearing the black trunks, facing off against Kris Nieto in the yellow trunks.
Right away here in the first, we saw Kris Nieto just come forward, seemed to be overwhelming, overpowering Daye, but Daye did a good job of firing back and landing some good counter punches of his own.
And Daye with a height and reach advantage. Let's see if he tries to take advantage of that. You talked about his submission wins. Let's see if he puts his striking knowledge on display and starts throwing a little more from the outside.
And he does seem to be pretty accurate. He's landing that counter check hook, seems to be at will, is Daye. Nieto definitely the more muscular fighter. Oh, a liver shot, left hook to the body, and down goes Daye.
And they're calling it a cup shot. Let's see if we able to see on a replay or not, but referee Curtis Thrasher signaling you hit him in the hip or maybe toward the center there.
Daye had his back turned to me, so I just saw that left hook to the body land. I heard it, and I saw Daye took a knee, but it is not a knockdown, as JR confirmed.
And away we go. Touch of gloves, and they'll go back to punching each other in the face. Nice, tight, high cover by Daye. But Nieto starting to see that a little bit, and he'll throw 1 or 2 upstairs and then start working the body.
That's right. And you saw Daye counter with a nice right hand there. But Nieto is the one pressing the action, the one moving forward, the aggressor, which counts on the judges' scorecards. Nieto fighting behind his jab. Well, you saw him fire 3 or 4 off before that right hand came, but Daye counters with 2 of his own.
So Daye willing to cover, take not really much in the way of damage, but let Nieto throw some of his shots. Daye keeps himself safe, then looks for the counters.
Yes, Daye does seem to be a counter. You're right, JR. Seemed to be the counter fighter here in this fight. The aggressor Nieto, the counter fighter Daye. Makes for a good matchup. One guy moving forward, the other guy counter punching efficiently.
And basically the first time referee Curtis Thrasher has to step in and make his presence known. And again, digging hard to the body is Nieto. 10-second clacker sounded.
And some nice counter right hands from Daye and a third one. Who gets this round, JR? Very close round.
Tight round. I'd say they both scored as well on the other, and probably just because of aggression and ring generalship, I would give it to Nieto.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. See what kind of adjustments these fighters are going to make here for the second round.
The accuracy and the speed and the power that Daye is throwing with, if he started turning that a little more offensive, might be something that would play well for him because he seems to be able to get the punches in when he wants.
Yeah, when this fight first started, I thought he was getting overwhelmed, but he did. He has this accurate counter-punching ability that he's shown here.
And we're checking that out on the replay.
Yes, as he lands a nice right hand. So the bout scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in round 2. about to get underway.
Guys wearing 10-ounce gloves this evening.
Daye with a little more pep in his step, looks to be making a little adjustment, not just sitting back and countering. Started off the round moving forward, but now the high guard, and he's looking to counterpunch.
Yeah, I think Daye just needs to have a little more offenses in his game. He's shown the speed and the accuracy and the timing is there. Just needs not to be the one that's always going off second.
Yeah, he likes holding the hands high up, kind of in that peekaboo stance. Oh, as he eats a big right hand from Nieto. He eats it well and fires back with one of his own.
Then a little showmanship from Daye, drops his hands, comes underneath with the bolo punch. Corner to Nieto, asking for more head movement. Don't want him to keep that target on center line.
Yeah, he does. He has a tendency not to move his head while he fires those punches, which kind of as a sitting target makes it easier to counter, as we've seen from Daye.
I was just going to say, especially for a strong counter puncher. Almost low blow there again. Saw that one sort of ruffle the trunks, and referee Curtis Thrasher steps in, gives a little warning.
Oh!
Huge right hand.
Oh, it's going to be tough to recover from that one, JR. I don't know if he could do it.
It's going to be hard to get up. He tries to show he's got some bounce and some pep. And the corner of Nieto calling for the uppercut right now. Let's see if he throws it.
Daye is on rubber legs. I'd be surprised if he can make it out of this round. Nieto smells blood, is moving forward, firing power punches.
Big shots again, a nice tight high cover.
Oh, and there's the liver shot.
Body shot.
He's not going to beat this count, JR. He's going to try, though. There's the 8, the 9. He's up.
Says he's ready to go. Pro fight. Referee willing to let him take some damage.
What heart from Daye here. 2 knockdowns, one to the chin, one to the liver, and he's still fighting back.
Nieto mixing his punches now. Doesn't know where he's going to go. Body or head, mixing them nice. Thuds a hard shot. Throws that uppercut that his corner was calling for. Daye finally fires back, gets himself out of the corner.
It's very rare that you got a guy both hurt on the chin and to the body, and literally he could go anywhere with those punches and get him out of here. But huge round for Nieto here in the third.
10-second clacker. Let's see if Nieto keeps his foot on the gas pedal.
Wow, Daye's going to make it out of this round. Unbelievable toughness and heart from Daye here in the third. How did he make it out of that round, JR?
Oh, my goodness. Sheer toughness, time in the gym, and great conditioning.
What grit. Really impressed with that. I thought there was no way he was recovering from that chin shot, let alone that shot to the liver that crumbled him to the canvas.
Or Grit and Flo's Diner. Or something. I don't know. I got nothing here.
But, man, I'd like to see the highlights of that. Those 2 knockdowns again here. Here we go, the right hand. You just can't hit a guy more perfect than that. How did he recover from that? I have no idea.
And when he got up, he bounced up to try to show the referee, hey, I'm still right here in this. Of course, he was off balance and almost fell over again, but
yeah.
He had his mind about him, his wits about him, trying to show, yeah, I'm good to go.
Credit to the referee. When he wobbled like that, I thought he was going to stop it. He didn't, and Daye was able to make it out of this round. Here we go, 4th and final round. Kris Nieto with a huge lead now with a 10-7 round there in the third. And let's see if he sits on his lead or if he pushes the action, tries to get the knockout.
So if you know that you have your opponent hurt that bad, what do? What's your thoughts?
Well, if I know I got 3 fights in the night, then why waste the energy? I just, sit on the lead, fight behind my jab. But Nieto looks to be trying to get him out of there as he's firing power punches. And he gets countered by Daye. Daye, what heart. He's still firing back. Like, no quit in this guy whatsoever.
Well, it comes from the train, fight, win gym. There's nothing about quitting in their motto, and boy, he's a testament to that for sure.
It's a tough Puerto Rican fighter here.
Corner Nieto asking for jabs now, so taking a page out of the book that you said, just work it, cruise, don't take any damage.
What a stinging body shot there from Nieto. Still putting them together. Daye still countering.
So both these guys, pretty much the entirety of the fight, employing their game plan. Nieto wants to pressure forward, wants to be the volume puncher. Daye sits back, keeps his cover tight, keeps himself safe, and then works to fire off the counters, but definitely playing into Nieto's hand a little stronger here.
Yes, definitely, JR. And we see Nieto feinting a lot more in this round, trying to get Daye to counter and then catch him there.
And just almost like he's doing some bag work there.
Yep.
For Nieto.
Sitting there with the high hands, just looking to counter. And he lands a nice right there.
But it's going to take something pretty special from Daye in order to come back and be able to finish this fight.
Daye, wow, I got to hand it to him. Countering good, actually fighting pretty good this round.
Still seems to have his vision about him.
Yeah, he recovered very well from both that shot to the chin and that shot from the liver. I mean, it's really hard to recover from one of those shots,
sir.
let alone both of them.
And the mental aspect of it that goes into it, too, knowing that you're that far behind and knowing that you have to probably get a knockout to win.
Yep. Nieto still pressing the action, lands a good right hand, working the body here, eating counter punches. And see, this is what I don't like about trying to go for the finish when you got a big lead. You're eating those shots, and those will weigh on you in the next fight, as he's probably going to advance to the kickboxing round.
If you didn't hear it on the broadcast, 10-second clacker did sound. There it is. Round 4 coming up. So what do you get into Daye's ear with if you're his corner people?
You need a knockout. I hate to say it. You hate to see your guy take more damage and leave yourself open more. He's a counter puncher, but he needs to be the aggressor. Like, he definitely needs a knockout to win this fight. He's not going to win it just sitting back and looking to counter unless he lands the perfect punch. But Nieto could sit on his lead here and pull away with the victory. And here's some of the action from that third round we saw. Daye, despite taking all that damage in the second, countering beautifully there in the third.
Yeah, like I said, still seems to have his vision about him, still seems to have his wits with him, but just not quite as sharp, not quite as fast.
And really, that was a close round, JR. Would you be surprised if one of the judges gave that round to Daye?
Referee Curtis Thrasher calls for a touch of the gloves, and off in the final round of the boxing portion of the Sparta Combat League 155-pound King of Sparta tournament.
Yeah, fourth and final round. The first and third round, close rounds. Second round, huge round for Nieto. So it's going to be interesting. If the judges gave those rounds to Daye, it could come out with a draw here.
Which I actually haven't gone over the tournament rules. Should it be a draw, of course, somebody has to advance in the tournament. I don't know if they would go back to the judges and have them declare a winner, which they sometimes do, but not in the pro division. They sometimes do that in the amateur or elimination division, or if they would have them go another round.
Yeah, because we need a winner. We need someone to advance in this tournament. We can't have it be a draw.
Or they could come out and fight 2-on-1 for the next round.
Nice right hand from Nieto. It seems that Daye does need a knockout to win this fight, but who knows? You never know how the judges score it. But Nieto looks to be controlling the action. He is the aggressor, which counts as well as points on the judges' scorecard. He's been the one moving forward this whole entire fight.
Yeah, it's rare that we've seen Nieto even take a step backward in this fight, whereas Daye content to cover and counter, which, it's a tough way to win a fight.
And there's Nieto just staying busy, punches and bunches, but he pulls out with his chin up and eats a right hand from Daye.
Finally, Daye with a couple of steps forward there, but then goes back to his shell.
Just about a minute left here in the fourth and final round. Nieto looks to be in control. Although the first and third round were relatively close, he seems to have outworked his opponent in this round.
And only about a minute to go, so he would, should this go this final minute, Nieto would be the, oh, look at Daye go, putting some things together here.
And this is the most aggressive we've seen Daye in this entire fight. Little showboat from Nieto, and Daye lands.
Daye calls him forward, points to the center of the ring, says, plant your feet, let's throw toe-to-toe, sir.
Wow, now these guys are just slugging it out.
What a great last minute of this fight.
Oh, a big uppercut from Daye. These guys are slugging.
20 seconds left.
Oh, I just got hit with a big glob of blood from Nieto. Daye is having the best work of the fight right here.
What a great end of the round to the fight.
Listen to the crowd go nuts. Wow, what a fight.
Yeah, you and I got a good amount of blood splatter going on in the commentary booth.
Oh, boy. Better
Oh
pay
my.
for my dry cleaning. Look at that.
Colleen Jeff Cisneros.
Felt some go in my hair, JR.
And we're seeing it here on the replay. What a great end of the fight. Those guys both willing to just stand toe-to-toe and pour it on for the fans here. So, a couple of our fighters did early work, got to go in the back, get some rest, and a couple of our fighters decided they were going to go, well, didn't decide, but went ahead and went the distance and had to put some mileage on in order to advance in this tournament.
What a brutal last minute of that fight, JR, as it's shown by our notes here that are covered in blood splatter.
Sort of like the judges at a couple of your fights, maybe?
That's a good point. Never thought about that.
Never gone and apologized to a judge for bleeding on them?
I did offer in a post-fight interview. I sprayed Joe Rogan's shirt with a good amount of blood, but I offered to do his dry cleaning.
That's awesome. More stories like that. All right, and here we go, looking at that final minute, and these guys just willing to plant their feet and fire off hard back and forth for the fans. Thank you, gentlemen.
They stood in the center of the ring and just traded, and the crowd appreciated it wholeheartedly. There you have it. Nieto earns a unanimous decision, but definitely had to use a lot in the gas tank for that fight.
Absolutely. So he'll go back, try to take some deep breaths, get some oxygen, come back out and put it on for us in a kickboxing fight.
That's right. What a great job by our matchmakers. The first, second, third, and fourth seed all advanced to the semifinal kickboxing round.